Here is my setup, and this is the setup that I was using on Friday. I kind of modified it a little bit, but I'm going back to my old setup. Seemed to be a lot more manageable with the screens and the screen times and the time frames. So the next videos from here on out are going to look a little different as far as the way I have my TOS set up. And I'm using TD America Thinkorswim. That's the TOS. And what the first thing you're going to see is I've got at the top a 1 minute. Then I have bottom left 3, 5 minute middle, and 15 are actually, I think there's 30 on the right hand side. On the left, you're going to see at the very top, on the left side of the panel there, it's going to be my watch list, and on top of that, I'll have my 15 minutes set up. What I do with that is I use that to kind of just, if I'm in a trade, I'll use that also for my 15-minute chart, but I mainly use it for watching the cues and the spiders because I want to keep track of what's happening in the momentum of the market and see kind of what's happening, and if it kind of gives you an idea of what's going on. And usually Apple, the big names, are going to be going with the flow with what's happening with spiders and the cues. So that's why I've got that up there. And then also, again, I've got that 1 minute across the top, and I don't trade on the 1 minute. I just use that as a reference to where things are starting to go. And if I start to see patterns, and then I'll look at candles together and I'll start consolidating and combining them to see like 3 candles. Okay, that's like a 3 minute. And then I'll put my attention down on the 3 minute chart, and if it looks good, then I'm going to get in. And I'll usually trade on the 3 and the 5, but I keep an eye on the longer time frames because what that allows me to do is not to get out too early, and it also allows me not to stay in too late. And that's the biggest thing, because it's for many years I traded without the proper emotion set. I had every indicator, I studied and studied and studied, but it didn't matter. It didn't matter because I couldn't control my emotions. And it doesn't matter who you're listening to, who your guru is, what indicators you have. It doesn't matter, because if you can't control yourself and your emotions, you're dead meat anyway. You wonder why those guys here on this platform of YouTube are making millions. They're making millions on selling people programs, and of course watch time and views and everything on YouTube. Okay, so I'm in, and if you look at this large red candle on the bottom left on the 3 minute, that's what I'm keeping my eye on, because on the very top of that, about where the green candle, the current candle, is approaching, is a point of resistance. And I'm watching, and I've got a mental stop right there that if it cannot break that, then I'm possibly going to have to ditch this and take a couple dollar loss. It's not a big loss, but anyway, it's got potential. I'm looking at this to do a quick rip and get up and get out and go. So I'm kind of keeping an eye on that area there. If you look at the bottom right as well, the 2 red candles there, if it breaks and violates that through that point of resistance, then we're off and running, and then I can scalp and take my profits and head to work, because I've got to work here. I'm going to leave in a few minutes. And that's what's bad on work days. I can't sit here and watch. And what ended up happening on this trade, after I took my profits and I left, by the time I got to work, I looked at my phone, and where I was at, my position was actually up like $200 and something. So I went from profiting a quick 20 to a possibility of a $200 trade. So again, this is emotions. Don't get all bent out of shape because you missed the boat. I put in, it was a $93 option, 1 contract call, and I made $20. That's a little over 20%. I'm done. Good enough. I'm done. That was quick. 5 minute trade, and I'm in and I'm out, and $20 in my pocket, and I'm done. So now as we look at the chart, we start seeing it kind of, we saw that red kind of doji kind of sitting there looking, and kind of indecision. That's what that shows us, that the market on the 3 minutes kind of indecisive. They don't know what's going on. Looking at the 5, it's starting to go down. My emotions are starting to get panicky. You can see my cursor over there on the order. I'm about to shut it down because it's not doing what I think, but there it goes. Okay, it violates it. Now I'm off and running. So no matter what, if I get to the point where, if it's going to come back down, if it's going to retract back down to where I got in, then I'm out with nothing lost. Again, I don't have any stops, anything in place. I'm on the controls. I'm watching this. Again, it's moving forward. It's moving up. I have no problem with this. I'm good. And I'm probably looking to get out here shortly. Sure enough, I'm out. I'm done. $20 profit. I'm out the door. Shoes on. I'm going to work. $20 in my pocket in 5 minutes. So that's pretty good. So this is what you're going to see. I'm going to do all these videos. This was not live. I did not record myself live audio. This is a voiceover, but in the future, I'm going to be doing live trading with voice and watching, even if I lose. And majority of the time, it might be that. It might be wins. It might be small scalps. But either way, in either case, you're going to see how I'm approaching this and what goes into my mind, because it's all mental and it's all emotions. And if you can handle that, then you can be a successful trader. Doesn't matter, again, what your platform, anything you're using, your indicators, you can have everyone up and kill yourself with that, and that's fine. But if it works for you, that's fine. But again, it's all about handling emotions. And then by showing you doing this live, I can possibly help you to handle yours as I try to handle mine moving forward. So thanks again. Enjoy. Hit subscribe and like, and we'll see you later, man. Good luck trading out there.